Okay, great. You made it over to my computer screen. Now, we are at the WordPress login screen. If this doesn't look familiar to you and you're unsure of whether or not your website was built with WordPress, just email me, james@allamericanguardian.com. I can check for you. Just give me your domain name, the website URL, or a web address of your business, and I can check it out and I'll be able to tell you and help you out with that. But let's just assume that you do have a WordPress website. We're going to go ahead and log in. You can see the first problem right here is what we're going to correct. And I told you there was two things that we were going to do. The first one involves this username. Now the username admin is no good. Okay, this is the default username that most WordPress installations have. So unless when you installed it or your website developer installed WordPress, unless they were given the option or knew to go in and change this, it's probably going to default to the word admin. The problem with that is that these hackers know this, and they know this flaw, and they exploit it. To log into a WordPress website, you need the username and you need a password. If they already know the username is admin, they have 50% of the puzzle solved already. So all they have to do now is use a program to guess the password, and boom, they're in your website. They can do whatever they want. They can install malicious code or software to take over your site, or even steal you or your customers' information. So we want to change this. So I'm going to go ahead and log in as admin, and I've set that up on purpose just for demonstration purposes here. And we're going to go to users. And you can see there, username admin, that's my name, James Reeves, my email address associated with that username, and my role as administrator of the website. We can't delete this because it is the only username in here. So what we're going to have to do is actually just add a new username using a different email address. And I'm just going to make up something crazy that is unique for demonstration purposes. My new username. Okay, not that crazy, but you get the point. It's long, it's got numbers in it. There's no way anyone's going to guess something like this, at least not automated software. My new username 2017. Email address, let's see, I'll just use my Yahoo, that's fine. James Reeves, don't worry about website. You don't even have to worry about your first and last name. I don't think it's required. I think just username, email is required, and then a password. WordPress automatically creates this really strong password that no one can remember. So I would suggest creating your own password that's unique. Make it at least 8 characters. Use a combination of uppercase and lowercase letters, and then also use some numbers and at least one special character like an exclamation point or a question mark or a pound sign. And then also don't use any common phrases. Like if you use, let's just say a state like Texas. Even if I put a bunch of numbers, well, you put a lot, I guess it would make it strong, but Texas 208434, it's saying it's weak, and it's because it's got, even though it's a long password, it's got the word Texas in it. It's a common phrase or common name, and when these hackers use software to guess the password, they just start guessing random common names, and so you don't want to have anything too common in there. So I'm just going to create something that doesn't even make sense. Washing man. No, let's do Guardian Man, because that's what I am. All-American Guardian. Guardian Man 2017, exclamation point, question mark, and then let's do another question mark. Okay, that says it's strong now. Guardian Man 2017, exclamation point, question mark, question mark. Now, you are going to want to make sure that your role that you assign here is administrator, so that you can do everything. If you assign something less than administrator, you're not going to have all of this show up on the left hand side. You're not going to be able to add new users or delete users. So make sure that you put yourself as an administrator and hit add new user. Let me double check and make sure my new username 2017, Guardian Man 2017. Okay, add new user. Now I am going to log out because I'm logged in as admin, and then we're going to log back in under the new username. Simply log out. We're going to log back in my new username 2017 Guardian Man 2017 exclamation point question mark question mark. Did I get it? Let's see, hopefully that's no, I did something wrong. Guardian Man 2017. There we go. Okay. So I'm logged in under the new username that I created. We're going to go to users again. And now you can see we can't delete the one we're logged in as, the new one, but we can delete the old one that we don't want, the admin. So we're going to go ahead and delete that. And we're going to just attribute all the content that was created under that old username to our new one. Confirm deletion. And boom, there you go. Okay, so now we've already taken a huge piece of the puzzle away from the hackers by changing our username to something very unique and not the default admin. So next, we're going to go over to our plugins and install a free plugin that will limit the number of times somebody can try to log into your site before it blocks their IP address. Okay, so we're going to go to plugins. Where are plugins? Right there, plugins. We're going to go right here at the top, add new, and we're going to search for limit login. Hit enter, and it's the first one that pops up. Limit login attempts reloaded. Install now. Just click right there. We're going to click on activate plugin. This is real simple, real quick, real simple. Don't be intimidated by installing plugins. Some of you, this is old hat, and some of you are probably kind of freaking out right now, like, oh my gosh, I got to install stuff. And it's just a couple of clicks of the mouse here. So we're just go over to the settings on the left here and go down to limit login attempts so that we can look at the settings on it. Now, pretty much what's here, you can just leave. Okay, these are default settings. It's basically gonna allow you to log in, to try to log in 4 times by default, but you can change this to whatever you want, you know, 3, or you could change it to 8, or however many times you want to try to log in before you block somebody out. Now, after those 4 times, whatever you set here, it's going to lock whoever it is, whether it's yourself or somebody else, it's going to lock you out for 20 minutes. And then after 4 lockouts, it's going to increase it to 24 hours. Okay. And then they're reset after 12 hours. So we're going to do the lockout log that's already checked off. That'll keep track of how many times people have tried to log in and failed. You can also click here to email you after someone gets locked out. And then right here you can whitelist or blacklist IP addresses and usernames. So I've put my own IP address in here. If you need to know what your IP address is, you don't know, just go to Google and type in what is my IP. It'll tell you right here. You can just copy it, paste it in, and then that way you don't ever lock yourself out. Even if you've tried too many times, you forgot your password or something, you'll be whitelisted. And then just hit save options. And that's it, you're done. So that's 2 quick things that you can do to better protect your website that are completely free. You see, even with me talking, this is all taking place in less than 10 minutes, and it's worth it. I mean, your website costs you probably thousands of dollars. I mean, even on the low end, maybe $500 to $1,000. That's money that you don't want to lose, so better protect it.
All American Guardian, keeping vigil watch over your business website.